Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I decided to go through every single queen who has appeared on RuPaul's Drag Race and figure out where they're from, and make a table out of it and come up with some quick facts about Drag Race. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Loop. Alright. So, let me go ahead and take these off so we can actually get into this, so I can see what I'm looking at. First things first. The state with the most queens, again, I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anyone, is New York. Yes, New York has 40 queens out of the 165 queens who have appeared on Drag Race in the US. 40 of them are from New York. That is insane when you really think about it. That's like almost a quarter of the entire cast is from New York. It's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, because when you think about it, New York City is such a big center of queer culture and all the things, so it would make sense that New York would have so many queens, and also they have the most winners. Another fun fact, actually, when you think about it, we have Bob, Bianca, Sasha, Bob, Bianca, Sasha, Aquaria, Monet. There's a lot of winners from New York. Next state with the most queens, again, I don't think this one is going to be a surprise to anyone either, is California. Again, California makes sense. It's obviously where the show's being filmed. LA is another big cultural center. And actually, fun fact about California only has one winner, which is Raja. So, potentially two after this season, because I have a good feeling that either Simone or Mick are going to win, and they are from California, so we might be getting another California winner. Next, from number 3, we have... Whoa. Number 3, we have Illinois, because obviously Chicago. And in terms of winners from Chicago, we only have one, which is Shea Coulee, of course, because Shea Coulee is an amazing winner. And then next we have Florida. Florida actually has a decent number of queens, which is not what I was expecting. I guess it makes sense when you really think about it, though. And Florida has 2 winners, actually, which are Tyra and Trinity the Tuck, of course. And again, Florida is a very pageant-y state, so it would make sense that there would be a large number of queens from Florida. Again, none of these are super surprising to me, but it's still interesting when you think about it to really look through all the states and figure out how many queens come from those states, and also how many winners we get from each of the states, because ultimately, a lot of the winners are from New York, and a lot of the queens are from New York. So it's really interesting to think about, because I'm curious to see what future seasons are like in terms of geographic representation for the show. I just thought this was a really interesting thing to go through. Again, I went through every single queen who has appeared on the US version of Drag Race, and included all the winners from All Stars and regular seasons, and tracked all of that. From Texas, we don't have any winners, but they are the next state with the most queens. Oh wait, no, I skipped Georgia. Georgia is the next state with the most queens, and we actually do have a winner from Georgia, and the winner is, of course, Violet Chachki. Violet is from Georgia. She's the only one from Georgia, so that's another fun fact. Then we have Texas. Texas does not have any winners as of yet, which is also another surprise to me, because Texas, again, very big pageant-y state, so you would expect that we might have a single winner from Texas. But as of right now, we have 0 winners from Texas. The next most popular territory actually is going to be Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico had, remember, we would continue to have at least one Puerto Rican queen on every season up until, I believe it was season 7 when we had our last Puerto Rican queen, as far as I'm aware. I mean, we've had Cynthia, but Cynthia lives in Texas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last Puerto Rican queen, and again, no winners from Puerto Rico. Next we have Nevada, which again is a lot of queens from Vegas. And also we don't have any winners from Vegas. A lot of the Vegas queens actually tend to be early outs. It's something I've noticed when I went through the list. There were a few exceptions, of course, but it makes sense. Well, it doesn't make sense, but it's just how it is. Obviously we have Chanel, Coco, Derek, Pheromone, Kamora Hall, Kahana Montrese, and Elliot. And then we have Ohio. Ohio has 4 queens. Massachusetts has 4 queens. Again, neither of those have winners. Then we have Tennessee with 4 queens and also no winners. Then we get to Washington, where we have 4 queens, and one of them is a winner, of course. We have Jinx Monsoon, who is from Seattle, Washington, who is a winner. Then we have Wisconsin. Fun fact about Wisconsin is Wisconsin has had 3 queens on the show, of which 2 of them are winners. Yes, we've had Trixie Mattel and Jada Essence Hall, both of which are Wisconsin queens who have won Drag Race. So that is another fun, quick little fact for you guys. Next we have Minnesota, where we actually have a winner. BB Zahara Benet is from Minnesota. And then another state, which I really wanted to point out, which I honestly found super, super interesting, is Pennsylvania. There were 2 Pennsylvania queens, as far as I am aware. Again, I could be wrong, but this is the information I was able to find online. We had Sharon Needles and Alaska, both of which have been winners, which is crazy if you think about it. Because, I mean, obviously Alaska now lives in LA, as far as I'm aware, but she still is originally from Pennsylvania, and she did win. And also Sharon, of course, won. So Pennsylvania has some and also I'm pretty sure Sharon Needles is actually Aquarius drag mother. I'm not 100% sure on that fact. But it's really interesting to look at that Pennsylvania has produced so many winners. Well, 2. But also they've only really produced 2 queens. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Next we have, I just wanted to point out North Carolina because I'm from North Carolina, being a little whatever. We have Pork Chop. Pork Chop, the first ever eliminated queen, is actually from Raleigh, North Carolina. Then we have Stacey Lane Matthews and Heidi in Closet, who's also from North Carolina. She might live in LA now, but Heidi is a North Carolina queen. Just saying. Just saying. Then we have another fun facts. Colorado actually has only had 1 queen on the show, and that 1 queen was Evie Oddly, who actually won her season. So another state where it's solely winners. So I'm surprised we haven't had another Colorado queen. But as far as I'm aware, those were the quick fun facts that I found online. Again, I could be wrong with some of these facts, so definitely comment down below if you have any contradicting information, because I'm sure I can update my list a little bit. But it's also really interesting to think about this in terms of geographic representation, like I was talking about with New York, and how I'm curious to see how future seasons are going to be, if they are going to continue to have so much New York representation. Because it also makes me wonder, if you keep bringing queens from New York, how many, this is the Olympics of drag, right? How many New York queens can ultimately be super fierce competitors, you know what I'm saying? And if you keep taking from New York, eventually, I feel like New York is gonna just solely become queens who want to be on Drag Race, you know? I mean, obviously that's not the case necessarily, but there are a lot of New York queens who have been on Drag Race, and it's really an interesting thing to look at. And also a lot of winners, like I said. I mean, New York has some of the best drag in the world, let alone in the US, and it's really crazy to think about. Anyways, this is my quick little fun fact video. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do for today's video, and I didn't really feel like doing makeup today, just because, like, I've been doing makeup a lot lately, and my face needs a break. Again, we don't have any new updates for All-Stars as of yet. However, I have a feeling we will be getting an update very soon for All-Stars 6. Again, I could be wrong, but that's just my quick little idea. Like I said earlier in this video, make sure to hit, or in all my videos really, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below what you think about this fun fact list. Like I said, New York has a large amount of representation, and is that fair? What do you guys think? Definitely comment down below. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'm actually going to include a link to my table I made in the description down below if you want to look at that. It's a little bit messy. I'm still working on it, but it's definitely an interesting Google Sheets to look at if you want to see some statistics. Anyways, I'm going to be back here tomorrow with another video. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.